Have you ever felt like you were invisible in a room full of people, as if your presence barely made a sound, let alone an impact? Now, imagine stepping into any space, any situation, and without uttering a word, you are not just seen, you're felt. Your essence commands respect, sparks curiosity, and draws people towards you. It's not about pride or ego. It's about connecting with something ancient yet timeless within you. Today, we're going beyond the basics of self-improvement or relationship tips. We're delving deep into the heart of Stoicism to uncover a powerful secret that has been passed down through generations: how to be truly seen for the value you hold, simply because of who you are. Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, teaches us the strength of our presence, the depth of our character, and the true power of knowing ourselves. It's about rooting ourselves so deeply in our virtues that we naturally become a beacon, drawing the right people, opportunities, and energy to us. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to radiate an invisible force field that makes them magnetic in a way that's almost impossible to ignore? Stay with me as we explore how to weave the timeless wisdom of Stoicism into the very fabric of your life. This isn't just about how others perceive you, but about transforming how you perceive yourself. As we journey together, I invite you to subscribe, like, and share this video. Make sure to watch every part, as each section holds a key to unlocking the full potential of your presence. How to demonstrate your value to your partner without saying a word. First and foremost, it's essential to realize that your worth isn't something you can just explain to someone. It's something that needs to be felt in order to be recognized. You don't have to announce it. It should be evident through your presence. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has endured for centuries, teaches us about the power of living authentically. The Stoics knew that true value comes not from words, but from your actions, your behavior, and most importantly, the peace that resides within you. It's about how you carry yourself through life's ups and downs, how you treat others, and how you react to challenges. This philosophy encourages us to focus less on external validation and more on cultivating inner virtues and resilience. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt the need to prove your worth to someone? Maybe you listed your accomplishments, hoping to see some sign of recognition or respect, only to be met with indifference. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? What happens here is that real recognition, the kind that truly sticks, doesn't come from what we say about ourselves. It's sparked by how we live, the energy we emit, and the powerful unspoken messages we send through our behavior and presence. This Stoic idea of embodying our worth teaches us a crucial lesson about human connection. People are more influenced by what they feel and experience when they're around us than by the words we speak. For example, there's a difference between telling someone you're a kind person and showing kindness consistently through your actions. One leaves room for doubt, while the other creates a lasting impression. So how do we live in a way that our worth is evident through our very existence? It starts with self-reflection and committing to personal growth. It's about aligning your actions with your core values and principles. When you live with integrity, show compassion, and face adversity with calm resilience, you're not just talking about your worth, you are demonstrating it. Living by example, as the Stoics suggested, isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself and allowing your life to reflect your values. It's in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're true to yourself, in the compassion you show to others, and in the calm with which you face the chaos of the world. This is what draws people to you and makes them recognize your worth without you ever having to say a word. Remember, embodying your worth is a process. It's a journey of becoming. It's not about impressing others. It's about being so true to your Stoic principles and values that your life becomes a beacon of your true worth, shining through in the most authentic way possible. Let's embrace this Stoic wisdom, allowing our actions, demeanor, and inner peace to speak volumes about our true value. When we talk about knowing our worth, we're not talking about a sense of superiority or an inflated ego. Instead, we're diving into a rich, unshakable understanding and appreciation of our intrinsic value as human beings. This concept is deeply rooted in Stoic teachings, which encourage us not only to know ourselves, but to deeply understand and appreciate the virtues that guide our actions and decisions in our daily lives. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its call for self-reflection and self-awareness. It's a philosophy that doesn't just touch on the surface of knowing your strengths and weaknesses. It pushes you to reflect on how your virtues show up in your actions and interactions with the world around you. Stoicism teaches us that this deep self-awareness is key to navigating life's ups and downs. When faced with rejection or criticism, it's easy for our sense of worth to falter, to feel shaken by external forces that seem to question our value. But Stoicism provides us with the tools to face these challenges head-on, with inner peace and dignity. Think of your worth as a guiding star, the North Star in your personal universe. It's constant, unchanging, and provides direction amidst life's chaos. This isn't about grandiosity. It's about the steadiness and reliability of your self-worth. It doesn't flicker or fade based on external circumstances or other people's opinions. Instead, it remains steadfast, guiding you with dignity and grace through every challenge you face. So, how do we achieve this level of unwavering self-worth? It starts with a commitment to truly know and understand yourself at a deep level. This process isn't just casual introspection. It's about a continuous journey of self-discovery and reflection on how your virtues, whether courage, justice, temperance, or wisdom, play out in your life. It's about asking yourself how these virtues influence your decisions, your relationships, and your reactions to adversity. Stoicism doesn't stop at knowing these virtues. It encourages us to live by them, to let them anchor us in a world that's often unpredictable and turbulent. When criticism or rejection comes our way, our understanding of our worth, rooted in these virtues, allows us to face them without losing our sense of self. This deep Stoic understanding of worth empowers us to move through life with confidence, not arrogance, knowing that our value doesn't diminish because of external forces. In embracing Stoicism, we learn that our worth is not something we need to earn from the outside world, but a truth that comes from within. This realization empowers us to face life's challenges, not with pride or ego, but with humility, grace, and an unwavering sense of inner dignity. The journey of understanding and solidifying our worth is ongoing, filled with growth and learning. It's about constantly aligning with our core virtues, ensuring that our guiding star, our sense of worth, remains strong and constant, no matter what life presents. Knowing your worth through the lens of Stoicism isn't just an academic exercise. It's a practical guide for living with purpose, dignity, and grace every day. It's about establishing a deep, unshakable understanding of your value that becomes the foundation upon which you stand in the world, not for what you achieve, but for who you are at your core. When we talk about how we present ourselves to the world, it goes far beyond surface-level appearances. It's about embodying true pride in who we are and how we navigate through life. This idea beautifully ties into the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature, our true nature, which is rooted in dignity, love, and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This isn't just about forgiveness or moving past someone's wrongs. It's about holding onto your own values so firmly that no external force can sway you from them. When you take care of your body, dress well, and treat yourself with the utmost respect, you're not just making a statement about your self-worth. You're setting a standard for how others should treat you. It's like wearing an invisible crown, not one of arrogance or superiority, but one that commands respect through the integrity of your actions and the force of your presence. Now, let's dig a little deeper into this concept of living in accordance with your nature. Seneca provides a complementary perspective, saying, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This powerful insight reminds us that the fear of judgment or rejection often holds us back from expressing our true selves. By embracing our authentic nature, we free ourselves from these fears, presenting ourselves in a way that is both genuine and respectful. The concept of self-respect and how it shapes how others perceive us can also be explored through Western philosophy. Aristotle, who wrote extensively on virtues, emphasized the importance of ethos or character in how we're seen by others. He believed that our character is the cornerstone of persuasion. If we live virtuously and respect ourselves, we naturally persuade others to treat us with the same respect. Plato, on the other hand, spoke about the harmony between the parts of the soul: reason, spirit, and desire. Then there's the psychological aspect of self-presentation, beautifully encapsulated by Carl Jung, who said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This journey of self-discovery and self-expression is essential to how we present ourselves to the world. It's not about creating a facade, but about unveiling the most authentic version of ourselves. When we do this, we don't just look good. We feel genuinely proud of who we are and the path we've taken. Socrates' call to know thyself further reinforces this idea. Understanding who we are at our core is the first step in presenting ourselves authentically. By truly knowing ourselves, we can express ourselves in a way that aligns with our deepest values and convictions. This self-knowledge and expression aren't just acts of personal integrity. They're invitations for the world to see us as we truly are and treat us accordingly. Epictetus brings it all together with his advice. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is especially important when it comes to how we present ourselves. Our reactions to life's challenges, our demeanor in adversity, and the way we treat ourselves during difficult times all send powerful messages about our character and self-respect. It's in these moments that the true essence of our presentation is revealed. Presenting yourself with respect, love, and dignity is a multifaceted endeavor. It's not just about how you look, but more importantly, how you feel about yourself and how you live your life. It's about living in a way that is true to your nature and your values, ensuring that every step you take and every decision you make reflects the depth of respect you hold for yourself. This, in turn, teaches others how to respect you, creating a cycle of positive interactions rooted in mutual understanding and appreciation. As you move forward, remember to wear your invisible crown with pride, not as a symbol of your status, but as a testament to your commitment to living authentically and with integrity. In a world where our attention is constantly pulled in a million directions, it's more important than ever to remember that access to your time, your energy, and your space should truly be a privilege. This isn't about building walls or adopting an attitude of superiority. It's about recognizing your own value and treating yourself with the respect you deserve. Stoicism, with its profound teachings on self-control and discernment, offers us a timeless framework for understanding just how important it is to guard our attention like the precious resource it is. Let's consider the Stoic practice of self-control, not just as a way of denying ourselves pleasures, but as a method of ensuring that our interactions and commitments are meaningful and align with our values. For instance, when you dress with intention and elegance, you're not just making a fashion statement. You're reflecting an inner sense of dignity and self-respect. This, in turn, signals to others that you value yourself and demand a certain level of respect and consideration. Maintaining high standards for yourself and being selective about who you spend your time with isn't about exclusivity. It's about understanding the value of your time and energy. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This wisdom reminds us that happiness and contentment come not from the quantity of our interactions, but from the quality. By choosing to engage with people who respect you, show genuine interest, and enrich your life, you're not just exercising discernment, you're curating a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Your personal space, time, and attention are treasures to be valued highly, especially in a society that often measures worth by likes, followers, or connections. Stoicism calls us back to the essential truth that our worth isn't determined by external validation, but by how we respect and value ourselves. Epictetus taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Applied to our modern world, this could mean listening to our own needs and respecting our boundaries just as much as we prioritize filling our calendars or indulging in the noise of social media. Granting someone access to your life, be it your time, attention, or space, should indeed be a privilege. This doesn't mean living a life of isolation, but engaging with the world from a place of self-assurance and respect. It's about ensuring that those who are closest to you are those who genuinely appreciate and honor your worth. Whether in conversations, relationships, or the quiet moments we spend alone, let's practice Stoic virtues of self-control and discernment. Every moment we give to someone else is a moment we've chosen not to spend in countless other ways. By approaching our interactions with intentionality and respect, we not only honor our own worth, but invite others to do the same. So, as you move forward, think of your attention not as an unlimited resource to be squandered, but as a sacred gift to be shared with care and consideration. Boundaries are a crucial part of demonstrating your worth. They aren't just lines drawn in the sand. They're the very framework that defines how we allow others to treat us, and in turn, how we respect ourselves. The Stoics taught us that true power lies not in controlling the chaotic world around us, but in mastering our own reactions and attitudes. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is a reminder that setting and maintaining boundaries is less about controlling others and more about governing our own responses, preserving our inner peace, and maintaining our dignity. So how do we apply this Stoic wisdom? It's simple, yet profoundly challenging. We must live by our boundaries, not just state them. Our actions, decisions, and how we live should all reflect the boundaries we set for ourselves. It's one thing to tell someone you won't tolerate disrespect, but it's another to demonstrate it through your actions. If someone crosses a line, it's not about confronting them with anger. It's about responding with calm and measured actions that reinforce your boundaries. For example, if someone consistently disrespects your time, choosing not to make plans with them isn't an act of pettiness. It's a firm statement of your self-respect. This approach doesn't invite drama. It simply and silently communicates that you value your time and expect others to do the same. In this way, the essence of Stoicism shines through maintaining your peace and dignity by letting your actions speak for you. Living by your boundaries is a form of self-respect that teaches others how to treat you. It's a manifestation of the respect you expect from the world, rooted in the deep understanding that you are worthy of respectful treatment. This isn't an invitation to become rigid or unapproachable. Rather, it's a call to uphold your dignity in all your interactions. It's about finding that balance where your peace isn't easily disturbed. Embracing Stoicism teaches us to cultivate an internal sense of worth rather than relying on external validation. Our value isn't something to be earned, but a truth that emerges from within. This understanding empowers us to face life's challenges not with ego or pride, but with humility, grace, and unshakable dignity. The journey of realizing our worth is ongoing, filled with learning and personal growth. It's about consistently aligning with our core virtues and keeping our guiding principles steady, no matter what life throws our way. Living with a strong sense of worth, grounded in Stoic philosophy, isn't just intellectual, it's a practical guide for everyday life. It means building a foundation rooted in purpose, dignity, and grace, where our worth is defined not by external achievements, but by who we are at our core. When we present ourselves to the world, it's more than just surface-level appearances. It's about embodying a quiet confidence and a genuine sense of self-respect in how we navigate through life. This idea aligns with the Stoic principle of living in harmony with our true nature. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This teaching isn't solely about forgiveness. It's about holding firm to our values, so that no external force can pull us away from them. When we dress well, take care of our bodies, and treat ourselves with the respect we deserve, we're not just sending a message about self-worth. We're setting a standard for how others should treat us, creating an invisible crown, not one of arrogance, but one that demands respect through our integrity and presence. Seneca offers a complementary view. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. This reminds us that the fear of judgment and rejection often holds us back from fully expressing our true selves. By embracing our nature, we free ourselves from these fears, presenting ourselves authentically and respectfully. The importance of self-respect and how it shapes how others perceive us is also central to Western philosophy. Aristotle spoke about ethos character as the cornerstone of influence. When we live virtuously and respect ourselves, we naturally inspire others to treat us with similar respect. Plato emphasized the importance of balance within the soul between reason, spirit, and desire. This balance is crucial when we care for our bodies, respect our needs, and live by our principles, radiating outwards and compelling others to recognize our inherent dignity. Carl Jung, too, emphasized self-discovery, calling it the privilege of a lifetime. The process of uncovering and expressing our true selves is at the heart of how we present ourselves to the world. It's not about creating a facade. It's about revealing the most authentic version of ourselves. By doing this, we don't just look good. We feel truly proud of who we are. Socrates' urging to know thyself reinforces the idea that understanding our true nature is the first step in presenting ourselves authentically. By knowing who we are at our core, we align our actions with our deepest values, expressing ourselves in ways that invite others to see us as we truly are. Epictetus encapsulates this idea with the advice, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is especially relevant in how we present ourselves. Our responses to challenges, the way we hold ourselves in adversity, and how we treat ourselves during tough times communicate volumes about our character. It's during these moments that our true essence shines through. Presenting ourselves with dignity, respect, and love is a multifaceted endeavor. It's not just about appearance, it's about how we feel about ourselves and how we carry ourselves in the world. It's about living in alignment with our values and principles, ensuring that each decision we make reflects the respect we hold for ourselves. This, in turn, teaches others how to treat us, fostering a cycle of positive interactions grounded in mutual understanding and respect. As we move forward, we should wear our invisible crown not as a symbol of superiority, but as a testament to our commitment to live authentically and with integrity. In a world where attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 different directions, it's more important than ever to remember that our time, energy, and presence should be a privilege to others, not a right. Stoicism offers us a timeless framework to understand that our worth isn't determined by external validation, but by how we respect and value ourselves. The Stoic practice of self-control teaches us to guard our attention as the precious resource it is. This isn't about denying ourselves pleasures or relationships. It's about making sure that our interactions and commitments align with our values. When we dress with dignity, we are not just expressing a sense of style, but signaling to the world that we value ourselves. This creates an unspoken standard for how others should treat us. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This insight reminds us that contentment comes not from the quantity of our relationships, but from their quality. By choosing to engage with people who truly respect and enrich us, we actively curate a life that reflects our values and aspirations. In today's world, where social media often measures worth by likes and followers, Stoicism calls us back to the truth that our value comes from how we respect and value ourselves, not from external validation. Epictetus taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. In our modern context, this could mean listening to our own needs and respecting our boundaries just as much as we engage with others. Granting access to our lives, our time, energy, and space should be seen as a privilege. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves or withholding love, but it encourages us to engage from a place of self-assurance and respect, ensuring that those we allow into our lives appreciate and honor our worth. Our actions, relationships, and even the moments we spend alone should reflect this principle. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-control and discernment, encouraging us to approach our interactions with care. Every moment we give to someone else is a moment we've chosen not to spend in other ways. By being intentional with our time, we not only honor our own worth, but invite others to do the same. Boundaries are an essential part of presenting ourselves with respect. They're not just limits, but frameworks that protect our inner peace and dignity. Stoicism emphasizes that our true power lies in how we respond to the world, not in trying to control it. By setting and maintaining boundaries, we demonstrate our self-respect and teach others how to treat us. Setting boundaries is about governing our own reactions. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we have power over our minds, not outside events. This is crucial when applying Stoicism to boundaries. It's less about controlling others and more about maintaining our peace. If someone crosses a boundary, we don't always need confrontation. We simply demonstrate our respect for ourselves through our actions. Living in line with our values means sometimes walking away from relationships, jobs, or situations that no longer align with our principles. Stoicism teaches that walking away isn't an act of defeat. It's a sign of strength and self-respect. It's about choosing what nourishes us and staying true to our integrity, even when faced with difficult decisions. Epictetus wisely said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." When we walk away from situations that require us to compromise our values, we reclaim our freedom and stay true to who we are. This applies not just to external situations, but also to internal conflicts, like letting go of old habits or beliefs that no longer serve us. Ultimately, living a life rooted in Stoic principles demands constant self-reflection, courage, and discipline. It's about knowing when to stay, when to walk away, and when to align our actions with our true values. In a world filled with distractions, Stoicism offers a path to clarity, reminding us that our actions, not our words, define who we truly are. In a world full of fleeting connections and empty promises, it's more important than ever to seek authenticity and integrity in our interactions. Stoicism teaches us not to be cynical or overly distrustful, but rather to focus on those who demonstrate their character through their actions. Words can be deceptive, but actions reveal the true nature of a person. In this fast-paced society, overwhelmed by information and voices vying for attention, cultivating a healthy skepticism is essential. It's not about fostering suspicion or doubting everyone, but about honing our ability to sift through the noise and recognize what is true. Stoic philosophy encourages us to question, verify, and trust actions rather than mere words. The Stoics understood human nature well. They knew that appearances can be misleading and that promises are often empty. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Adopting this mindset equips us to see beyond the surface, helping us discern what is real and reliable from what is not. This aligns perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on wisdom as a core virtue, not just accumulating knowledge, but applying it with discernment and sound judgment. Seneca encapsulated this in his insight that life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. This idea teaches us to focus on what people do, not just what they say, as the true measure of their character. Living with a healthy skepticism doesn't mean dwelling in constant doubt. Rather, it's about approaching life thoughtfully, using reason and evidence as our compass to avoid being swayed by superficial appearances. This philosophy extends to our own self-reflection. The Stoics encouraged us to critically examine our beliefs and assumptions. As Epictetus famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." By questioning our own thoughts and motivations, we can identify where we may be deceiving ourselves, ensuring that our actions and beliefs align with reality. Another crucial Stoic principle is the idea of never chasing after someone. This advice goes beyond the superficial. It's about understanding the deeper aspects of human dignity and self-respect. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom comes from mastering our desires and emotions, not suppressing them. Letting go of someone with grace is a powerful act of self-respect, showing that our worth is not reliant on someone else's validation or approval. While letting go of a relationship or connection can be painful, it's important to remember that external events such as someone walking away do not diminish our intrinsic value. Stoicism reminds us that our true worth comes from within. By focusing on our own virtue and self-respect, we preserve our dignity even in the face of loss. At the same time, the Stoics taught the importance of investing our time and energy wisely. It's about prioritizing quality over quantity, forming deep, meaningful connections with those who truly recognize and value us. Instead of spreading ourselves thin, we should surround ourselves with those who elevate us, avoiding those who do not appreciate our worth. This isn't about building walls or harboring resentment. It's about choosing to invest in relationships that align with our values. Letting go with dignity is one of the most liberating acts we can embrace. It's a reminder that not everyone will recognize our true value, and that's okay. Our worth is not a negotiable commodity in the currency of relationships. It's a constant, inherent value that cannot be diminished by others' actions. Focusing on our own growth and well-being, we can surround ourselves with people who genuinely understand and support us. By embodying these Stoic principles, we learn not just to let go, but to grow. We cultivate inner peace and resilience, realizing that our worth is not dependent on external approval, but is rooted in our character and convictions. The Stoic path teaches us to focus on our virtue, and in doing so, we create a life full of meaning, depth, and genuine connection. As we navigate the complexities of human relationships, let us hold tight to the Stoic virtues of wisdom, dignity, and self-control. In the grand scheme of life, our worth remains constant, a guiding star in the ever-changing sky. By embracing this truth, we learn to focus on those who respect and appreciate us, finding peace and freedom in the process. In the act of letting go, we discover not loss, but a profound freedom, the freedom to be authentically ourselves, untouched by the shifting sands of external validation. As you continue your journey, carry the light of Stoic wisdom with you. Let it guide you through life's challenges, and remember that the depth of your character is what truly defines your path. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and may your journey ahead be one of courage, peace, and unwavering self-respect.